Well, howdy, y'all, and welcome to Two for Friday at 4, number 79. I'm Bunny Barnes. First person in the room, Terry O'Hara from the Marathon Craig room. I just saw him on a Zoom the other day. How nice to actually meet you in person. And Rhonda Scott Merricks is here. Miles Burrell, I just spoke with him on the phone, my guitar buddy from Martin Taylor Camp. Good to see you. So glad you came in. Dave Nardi, hi. So glad you came. And Josh Schroeder. Wow, thank you. Sounding good. I appreciate that so much. And Happy New Year from Scotland. Dave Mason, I played that song was from Scotland. Let me tell you about that before I go on. It says that Coming Into the Room music was the old traditional Scottish version of Auld Lang Syne. The text was from a Scots poem written by Bobby Burns, in 1788. I'll tell you more later about that, but that melody can be traced back to 1700 and can still be heard in many isolated Scottish communities. And I first heard my friend Andrew Clark play it. He's in Canada, and he does live streams on Sunday evening around 7 my time. So is that true, Dave Mason? Do you really recognize that from Scotland? I just got that from Google, so I don't really know. But how cool that I have people from Scotland here. Elizabeth White, you're over in the UK too. Thank you for coming. I so appreciate it. You're coming all across the pond, all that way. Rick Davis, thank you. Happy New Year to you too. And Mike Verbeck, thank you. Happy New Year and friends. Yep. Wow. Thank you, Miles. I will read all these comments later. I promise. Hey, Stevie Coyle. Stevie Coyle just did a live stream from Mighty Live Guitars, and I did share that onto my my news feed. He does a show every week around 3:00 our time. So yeah, thanks, Stevie. Appreciate you coming in. Carol Pred, John Montanez. Carol Pred, I know you from Raleigh's room. I'm not sure which state you live in. I should know that. Thanks for coming. And John Montanez from the West Coast, that beautiful area near Asilomar. Oh my gosh, in Monterey. It's such gorgeous pictures you post. And Bob McKenna, howdy. Rüdiger Krasewski aus Deutschland, hallo. Grüß dich, es freut mich. Alfred Frank, thank you so much. Auch Deutsch, ja. Vielen Dank. Jan Anderson made it. Yay, Jan Anderson. She did my cover photo for my CD. Yep, that's the one. Jan Anderson did that photo. Thanks again, Nasha, for coming in. And Toby, my co-host. Toby is my co-host from the West Coast. Co-host from the West Coast. That's not an easy one to say. Elizabeth, you're in Rhode Island. I didn't know that. But you listen to the music of Scotland. It's so beautiful, isn't it? Wow. You're closer than I thought. Thanks, Bob McKenna. Sarah Williams, hello. New friend, new Facebook friend. You're Ohio, Carol, from the Alex Bevan crowd. I know Raleigh went to school there. And David Bjornskar. David, I thought all this time you were from like the Netherlands, and I realized that you're local. You're one of Charlie's friends. I so appreciate you coming in all the time. But where are you from originally? Kotjol. That doesn't sound like Westchester. Hey, Jerry Sowers. Good to see you. I guess your phone's speaking. It says, hi, Bonnie. Alex is here. Alex did a great live stream yesterday. I listened to it last night. I often listen on replay to Alex. And I shared that to my newsfeed as well. So go back and check him out. He does a fabulous, fabulous live stream. I think I got everybody who's in here today. So this first tune that I want to play is from the English poet Christina Rossetti. It was published under the title A Christmas Carol in January of 1872. No copyright infringements here. In 1906, Gustav Holst, an English composer, set her words to music in the English hymnal. Many choir masters around the world named it the best Christmas carol, and it actually describes the physical circumstances around the life of Christ. Harold Darkey did another transcription in 1909, and each verse is treated slightly differently. It's his version that is favored by cathedral choirs and more often heard performed in radio broadcasts. Darkey served as a conductor of the King's College Choir during World War II, and I think it's one of the most beautiful Christmas carols I ever heard, and the most beautiful one written. John Sprouse, a friend of mine, hey Jerry Sowers, Dave Falcone's here. I also shared his today. Dave did one at 1 today, and he's on my newsfeed too. Go back and listen. Hey Jerry, appreciate it, Jerry Sowers coming in. John Sprouse, he's the one who hosted my house concert with Muriel Anderson, and John Sprouse requested this. So John and Marjorie are such wonderful people, and I so appreciate them hosting that concert. Hey Larry, this is a good one. Polonetsky, is that right? Queens, New York. Larry Polonetsky. Wow, great name, Larry. Thanks for coming in. So this arrangement is my arrangement of In the Bleak Midwinter. It's a beautiful song, isn't it? I really love that tune. It's a Christmas carol, but in the bleak midwinter, I think some people are having some bleak midwinters right now, right? Yeah, Buffalo, man's getting hammered. Who did I miss? Steve Simon. Thank you. Happy New Year to you too. Bob McKenna. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Ken Tyrell. Thank you for coming in. Gina Adams. I so appreciate it, guys. Hi, Alona Dudasik. Appreciate you seeing your name come up too. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the applause and all the hearts. That's my favorite part, seeing the hearts go up above while I'm playing. 60 degrees in Ohio. Hey, that's pretty good. Hey, Stephen Miles says hello. He says hi. So I want to encourage you to share this stream so that other people can find me as well. Sharing is caring, you know. I so appreciate it if you do. And I will reply to all the comments later. And I want to thank, again, Toby Simmons for sharing me on the West Coast and getting me some new fans from out there. And I want to say hi to my invisible friends, Kitsari Kaku, Linda Wurster, Craig Petron, and Daryl Anderson, Joel Biget, and any others that I might miss. If I don't say your name from the feed, that means you might be invisible to my platform Ecamm. So if you're watching this live, just make a little note. Say, hey, I am watching it live, and you didn't say my name, Bunny Barnes. And I'll know to include you in my invisible friends next time. Thank you for sharing, guys. Sarah and Elizabeth, I appreciate it. So appreciated. Alex did a great stream yesterday. As I said, he shared. You can go watch him again. And David Falcone did one earlier today. He shared. I'm not sure what happened to Slim Edelman. He may not even be here today. His live stream just got all funky with some echoing. And I had to leave to come on to here. So I don't know if he continued or not. But I shared it anyway. So you can go back and maybe Steve got it slim. Maybe he got it straightened out. Hey, Chris Mealy. Happy New Year. I'm so glad that this falls today, the day before New Year's Eve, because I'm playing a gig tomorrow on New Year's Eve, and I wouldn't be able to do the twofer. So I'm really glad that it's here today. I don't think that Warren Bendler is doing his Folky Fridays on Saturday this week, but Tim Eady is going to do a live stream tomorrow, Saturday, at 2 o'clock. And of course, Meredith Axelrod and Craig Ventresco are doing their live stream tonight. No, not tonight. Tomorrow night, Saturday night at 11, Sunday at 3 on New Year's Day. Yeah, New Year's Day. And then Monday through Thursday at 11. And they're just fabulous. I shared them also last night, so you can go back and listen to them. Get to know Meredith and Craig. They're really fabulous. And then Raleigh Brown will be back on New Year's Day. And taking requests. It's this whole request show, 10:30 on Sunday morning. And don't forget, Carl Brownfield is doing his Carl Shop show on kgfn.org. He plays one of my tunes every week. Jake Victor is promoting me on Rhythm Lines on his YouTube channel, and Neil Van Erda on Live with Neve on YouTube as well, and also on his Facebook page. Big thanks to Terry O'Hara for playing my tunes in Ketchikan, Alaska. Who would think? Thank you so much for playing my new CD. New CD. Here it is. If you don't have it yet, you can get it at that link. Just click on that QR code and go to my page, bunnybarnes.com. And also Lara Hall in Walla Walla, Washington is playing my tunes. And if you are a DJ and would like my CD, you can either go to Airplay Direct. It's available for download there along with the liner notes. Or just email me at bunnybarnes3 at comcast.net. Go to my website, bunnybarnes.com, and click the contact page. And send me an email. I'll direct you. I'll send you the download. So I would love that if there are any more DJs out there to play my tunes. I'm still trying to get it on more stations, and I'm not not being very successful with that, and I really don't want to pay Eric Bailey $2,800 to do that for me. I might come down to that eventually, but for right now, not happening. I don't have the money, not having the gigs. So I want to thank, again, I found out who sent me the mic, Billy White. Oh my gosh, Billy, thank you so much. It's such a fabulous mic. And I don't really have to talk very loudly to be heard now, and it's really fabulous. And Stephen and I are looking forward to maybe doing some more. His time. He's filling in for Warren's spot. Who is that, Rhonda? Slim? Is Slim doing another one? That would be Saturday at 3. Eastern time. These are all Eastern times. Hey, Cheryl Reardon. Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. So I if you're in this area, I will be live at McCool's Historic Red Lion Inn on New Year's Eve from 6 to 9. So I hope that if you're in the area, you'll come usher in the new year with me. Reservations are highly recommended. It's filling up. And some friends wanted to be close to where I was playing, and they ended up getting more towards the back, to the bar area. But you can hear me all over the place. So I hope you'll come out to McCool's Historic Red Lion Inn in Quakertown tomorrow night from 6 to 9. And again, if you don't have the CD, that QR code will take you right to my page. And on that page is also another QR code in the store that will take you to the Bandcamp download if you don't have a CD player anymore. And again, if you're feeling really generous during this holiday season, there's the PayPal and Venmo link. Tips are always appreciated but never expected. I do this because I love to do it, and I love seeing my friends. So thank you so much. Enough spiel. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. So this next tune, a lot of people lose a lot of friends throughout the year, and the holidays are always a really, really hard time for everyone. And I always think about my parents. I lost them 29 years ago, and I still think of them every holiday, and I still talk to them every day. And I'd like to believe that they still hear me, and they still know what's going on with me, and that my CD won an award. And, it was a really good year for me, short of this little Walker incident. It's been a really good year. But this second song, and I'm going to do 3 today. This second song was originally written by Antonin Dvorak, 1893, soon after his arrival in America from the Czech Republic. It was his Symphony No. 9 from the New World. One of his students, William Arms Fisher, put the words and the melody from the second movement in 1922, and it was most famously sung by Paul Robeson in a concert at Carnegie Hall in 1958. I first learned this tribute for my friend Smitty, who died quite a few years ago now, and then I played it at my friend Dave Zannon's funeral, and played it for my friend Robin and my friend Scotty, and I keep losing more friends. And recently my friend Marion lost her daughter, and so I play it for her and anyone else who has lost a loved one. We know that Raleigh lost his wife, and there's just so many people, whether it be a person or a furry friend, little people in furry suits, it's still a loss, and the holidays are always a hard time. And so I want to send this out to anybody who's lost a loved one. This is on my new CD. It's an arrangement by Parker Hastings called Going Home. The strings were done by originally by Tina Simpson and the Endless Road Strings. On my CD, it's done by the Strings Fantastique. Going Home. Thank you, honey. Going home. Thanks so much. Yeah, John, I'm sorry about your loss as well. Holy smoke, yeah. Hey, Stephen Drebolt. DC, thank you so much for coming up. That circle around DC is really hard to navigate. Glad you made it. Who else did I miss? Hey, Mike Alford. Thanks for coming in. And Slim says he's going to do Warren Spot tomorrow. So Slim Edelman, Steve Edelman, tomorrow at 3. Don't be embarrassed, Steve. Slim, it happens, you know. That's just, you know, it happens. Thank you, Ken Nashif. Appreciate all the good comments. Thank you so much. Going home for anyone who lost a loved one. So, hey, David Irwin. Appreciate it. Wisconsin. Wow. Thank you. So appreciate it. I love people coming from all around the world. Someday I'm going to do a tour and hit you all up to do house concerts for me. To give me a place to do a house concert. So, as I said in the introduction, Auld Lang Syne has more than one melody, and it's often sung to bid farewell to the old at the stroke of midnight, but it's also often heard at funerals and graduations, so happy and sad events. This poem was written by Bobby Burns and maybe translated into English as Old Long Since, or less literally Long Long Ago, Days Gone By, or Old Times. The first line of the song is loosely translated at For the Sake of Old Times. The phrase Auld Lang Syne is the equivalent of Once Upon a Time in English, in retelling fairy tales in the Scots language. You have to call me on that, Dave Mason. If that's not accurate, let me know. Burns stated that some of the lyrics were collected rather than composed by him, indicating that the similar poem was written using the phrase as far back as 1600s. And the first verse is considerably the same as one written in 1711 by James Watson. However, the melody was probably originally a sprightly dance. Burns found the original melody to be, as he said, mediocre. And the more common melody became popular first in 1799 in a volume of George Thompson's Select Songs of Scotland. So this might not be quite ready for prime time, but I'm going to give a go at it anyway. Hey, Tim Eady, I just announced you tomorrow. Don't miss Tim tomorrow at 2 Eastern Time. Thanks for coming in. So as I said, this might not be ready for prime time, but this is my arrangement of Auld Lang Syne. honey. Happy New Year, everybody. I missed some people came in late here. Oh, I love that. Hey, Phil Pappas. Thanks for coming in. Aw, thanks so much. Kathleen Peachy. Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for coming. It means so much to me. Hey, Chris Brown. I hope you like the Scots version that I played in the beginning. Bob Del Zappo. Thank you. Happy New Year to you too. Yeah, have a pint. Hey, Bill Leyburn. Been a while. Yep, has been. Lula Reinhardt. Hallo aus Deutschland. Der ausgezeichnete Gitarrist. Also. Guten Rutsch, Lolo. Und Rüdiger, guten Rutsch. Ins neue Jahr. You're back with IGN Guitar Night in 2025. Yay! I hope you're coming to a theater near me. Sellersville is real close. I'd love to see you. Thank you, Gina Adams. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Slim. Pam Zeppardino, hey. I have to go back and watch the rest of it. Thank you for coming in. Catching the end of this. I so appreciate it, guys. Slancha. Yeah. And guten Rutsch ins neue Jahr. Thank you so much for coming today. It means so much to me. Letting the guitar be my voice heals my soul, and I hope that my music makes you happy. And the emphasis on the happy today with Happy New Year. And, you know, I'm really, really liking doing more than just 2 songs. And I always do like a coming into the room tune, so it's really not 2 anymore. It's really 3. And now I'm thinking about putting in another song each week. So maybe I'm going to start calling it a few for Friday. It's hard to say, but I think it'd be a great idea. And you know, I'm going to start repeating tunes that I started 2 years ago. And I have repeated a few here and there, but you guys seem to, a 3-fer. That sounds good. Yeah, 3-fer. So thank you all for coming. Please stay safe. I've just heard of 2 people just in the last week who've come down with COVID. If you're vaccinated, it's not going to be awful, but still, who wants it? So stay safe out there and be smart and keep yourself checked and check the others and make sure that they're COVID free. And I wish you all a really blessed Happy New Year, and especially good health. I hope that we all have good health going forward. I'm going to be checking with the doctor next week to find out about the walker. I think hopefully it's healed enough that I can get off the walker. Yeah, it's going to be a challenge playing New Year's Eve with a walker, but they said they'll carry my stuff in, so that's good. And stay safe. I love you all so dearly. Happy New Year to all, and I'll see you at some other live streams tomorrow. Happy New Year, all. Take care. Love y'all. Bye-bye. Happy New Year, Dave Abernathy. And John Adams. Yeah. Try Johnny Walker. I shouldn't be walking on a walker with Johnny Walker. Happy New Year, all. Bye-bye. Love you.